Hello and welcome to a December version of Pure Music where it's just you, an original song coming to you directly. And I just am getting back from skiing. And so I thought I would just go ahead and record it cold. I tried this yesterday and totally muffed up, so I hope I don't muff up today. Anyway, I got to show you something. It's December, and check it out. Blossoming flowers. You think, no big deal, right? Blossoming flowers, I admit, in the spring, not a big deal. But in the heart of December, blossoming flowers is a big deal. That's why I am christening the amaryllis to be my spirit totem flower. Because I want to blossom in December. Anyway, I have a great song today, and I was thinking about it all morning skiing. It's called There's My Home. And it is probably more than any other song appropriate for Pure Music, because most of us have very dear feelings about our hometown, because our brains, and I'm glad they work this way, by the way, our brains forget maybe some of the unpleasant things, and they only remember the pleasant, the wonderful things, the family get-togethers, the swimming on the riverbanks, the skiing and the biking and all of the fun things, and the climbing of the mountains and all of that. The reason that I thought about this song was I just returned from a funeral for my uncle Charles. And he was 94, and he lived a wonderful life up there in my hometown. And so it was such a pleasant experience to go up there and see all my cousins and see my hometown. And it just made me think of this song. I haven't ever sung it for anyone. I wrote it years and years ago when I was living in Florida, and I'd lived in Europe, and then I'd lived in Portland area, and then I was in Chicago for a while, and then I was down in Florida, and I was flying to Washington State, and I was sort of asleep on the plane, and I was kind of watching the countryside roll by, and I saw my hometown, and it was kind of emotional. I was moved, and so by the time I finished or landed, I'd written this song. Again, I haven't played it for anyone, so I hope you enjoy it. It's called There's My Home. It's in C. There's an 8-bar intro. And, I will say that I'm going to dedicate this song to my Uncle Charles, who, as I say, just lived a wonderful life and just passed. He was my dad's best friend growing up, and it was so moving to see the pictures of them as young boys, fishing together and then going skiing together and climbing mountains. They climbed in the Tetons and summited Mount Owens and the Grand and Moran and all of these wonderful peaks. And then they signed up for the service together. And when they were discharged, they came home to my hometown and they married sisters. So you can imagine the fun on Christmas Eve and the family get-togethers and parties we used to have. So I just want to say I love you, Uncle Charles, and this song is dedicated to you and your exemplary life. Flying across the country, I gaze down at the ground. I see a familiar valley, and my heart begins to pound, and I think there's my home. I know every mountain's name. Why did I roam? Could I go back again? Idaho, so beautiful. Why I left thee so long ago. A burning heart at 17, a big wide world with so many things I'd never seen. I could not fail. I had my dream, so I set sail for pastures green. Lifetimes past, I view thee from above. The valleys and the rivers and the mountains that I love, and call to me. So I will go for one last glimpse of thee, my sweet Idaho. Now something for you gem staters. Last glimpse of thee, my sweet Idaho. Love you, Uncle Charles, and hope you all enjoyed that, and I hope that you all had dear thoughts about where you grew up. That's a very strong emotion, and I mean, ever since Homer's Odyssey, and we all identified with Odysseus after the Trojan War, striving to get back to his beloved Ithaca and Penelope, and all the trials and tribulations that he endured. Now, when he got home, he had to do a little housekeeping, so we all kind of yearn to go back home, but whether or not we can go home, that's another story. But I thank you for your time, and I appreciate your listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.